This doesn't feel like the long path to Monday. Save the mundane stomach and run along all lined in one lane. They debated once, the top boss even understood that the gate swung the one way. Thundering hinges hinge for fun's sake. So snakes get guns and we get runways to walk along or get the run around. Sun spun about the sun rays. Sunspots touch the ground running. Sung a song about a Sunday. Run around the wrist chips, but punch the punch clock. Talking his smug face. His retort sort of slurred from blunt fangs. Please bear with me, people. He sang, can't you heave more? You can be the one to reward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus you need is just as much as we need you to use your muscles. So listen, once you reach for what you reach for, you seek more and need more and be more and be important to the workforce. Mr. Shot a cannon, hit her in the midst of a lifting blisters. Whispered 6 ticks that made a cringe figure whimper with the shiver. Go get those splinters on your own time. Go find, go minds. Hope I don't find you in me, human being. Consumed to greed and dude just thinks it's winter. Funny, but it feels more like a Tuesday. 2 ways to tweak it, money. A few days straight to the weekend. Hungry, clumsy with his reach. Sense the coming to the tune of something in second comings, and everybody standing and gurgling, assuming it was money singing. But won't you help us to help you spell this world a better market? Art to sell you self-sufficient, hard and godless charted, top to starting blocks, props for rocks and garden props to stop the charted garbage plots, slop the harvest, bartered stocks and living, breathing children, killing children, building it higher, fire spilling out of the sides and climbing back to the top again or toppling in his hot descent. With targeting his altitude, just found it out this afternoon and aimed at backs and stirred smoke breakers. So heard Joe say that he was wrath consumed, used to laugh through his gaseous fumes. Hacked and hobbled past the master, smashed, battered black and blue. Grab that ladder, grasp and bruise if they have him rack his wrist. Just stacking bricks past the astral blue. He'd rather cats at master view and with a laugh in the leak he'd ask of you. When the rain fell, was the pain felt enough to make the masses move? Tuesday passes, hump they fast. Just imagine Sunday's avenues. Pack some news in plastic schools, the fattest crack stools to catch a babble view. You ask what's it matter? He ain't mad at you, just had it through with stacking scaffolds past his dues. Scuffed and clattered, squeaks, numb as thumbs cling to rusted ladder rungs. Just imagine them running scattered, that a bum. Stack them up with a splatter was fashionably sad. But not an option, watch him get docked to add it up. Flash back, the smoke break, smash the butt. Hold the last drag a sack of fashion up. Stretch, crack your neck. Shuffle past the gagging mass of flesh. The whole mob mad intense and mob focusing on what he has. Somebody this to laugh a job opening. And I'm hoping if the latter craftsman position is loaded with a quote of the piss, then I can hold it, can mold it, and go to control, and I'm open with this. And I can heat more bricks than a Cold War pigs in a 4-horse lift. I can be I can heat more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can eat more shit than a Cold War pigs and endure more miles. I can put more boards in a 4-arm horde and endure more chips. And I can stack more stacks in a tour pit with a floor for a smile. Who knows what a minute might do when it pay by the mile and the kids are right, and the bricks are tight, temperature in the light, right when it hit us, tight with a sight limit, living life is in flight. Shit hit him like a grip of bricks, slipping grip made him feel all high and mighty. Friday night he kinda flighty, more like the light though, slowly and slightly overworked, used workhorse bruised, that dead doornail Babylonian, only and dripping through his head and tubes. acid, bubbling acid, splashing back, shudder and smash onto the ground. Trumpet blast, been hollering for days. I pray for my savior to come from the clouds. The trouble we found amounts to nothing in respect to that rumbling sound. Thundering round this mountain, fumbling crowd, mumbling, wondering how. Thumbing the numbers and dusting the slumbering gowns. Under the sun, just huffing the house and huffing and pucking, fucking forgetting it's nothing, just suffer it out. What a grip out, summer is sin, the fun will begin. And some will get down, and some will get found, and some will get singed, and some will get big, and some will get proud. Some will get humble from bubbling mustard seed, drown with the shuffling clouds, juggling clowns, sniffing his doubts, powdered and rid of the tripping is now. Powdered and drug is the tower just plummet, but how he just loves this drifting in doubt. Fixing the doubts is down, it's blended debris, and this isn't me, the hisses agree. Fixes the heat, the vicious deceit, and gimmick MCs, and this is between. Images beaming, and limit is thinking as if it drinks from the flickering screen, and it's bigger than dreaming, and thicker than blood in the winter of grievance of bitches and thugs. Figures and demons and simple to heathens with cynical love. Shit'll go bust, the kids will go up, but justice is reason and flux with the season, and reading and breathing, and shit'll get up. Not for conceding, or slipping and sloughing, huffing and puffing, and wheezing, believing in nothing but me, now, now, now. Hey, listen to me. I got something to say. That's why I sing about me. I name it Anthrax, it's Xanax, it's half bar, it's fat scar, it's double Dutch and lunch and rubber duck artists, motherfuck your rap stars. Brothers drug my dragon to dungeons, running ads, sucking black tar. Son is sad, but daddy and mommy is sissy and bubby. Give a shit if you listen and missing your puffy. It's fishes and puppies and ribbons and lovely and pretty and fluffy and rusty and jagged and maggots and money. Funny you're laughing, somebody is blasting a gun at the front of the study of class. Half of the bloody, the other half running. Hated the TV, made it to TV. Hatred is easy, we made it this ugly. Faded to nothing for nothing but pages and sellies, and nature is leaving and bleeding and plugging and plugging and bleeping and loving and leaving and keeping and cuddle the huddle and secret and cuddle with weakness and men. When will we see that the speakers pretend? You get hemmed if you try to wake a sleep from the deeps of a slumber underneath. All you're gonna see is red on the grief and the depth and the grief and the debt. Then we perfect that beast project, injecting the streets and infection the freaks projected. Ain't that a neat effect when the lesson is green and the leaving's a blessing? We agreed. Hence when you see the fence, the keys to bends and disease to boot. I seen the shoot and the G defense and a tweak effect on a peak and crest. The weak mind and fly about my weakest set. If he's a friend, he better let you burn a copy of the shit and observe in the script for what Jesus says. He returned the kids, better turn to him and learn to him, so we can leave the stress and the mess in the furnaces where the serpent sit and the sweet revenge. Hey, listen to me. I got something to say. That's why I sing about me. And had it up the roses, patterned pretty grave. The gypsy slave cackles at the notion. Save the wine, broken cityscape. The windy plague with locusts, smoking furnace burning down. Highest tower made the lowest. Hoeing slizzy, flitty flake, too busy making dough to notice. Bloated kitties, fishy graves, the shitty lake are overflowing. Cold and hail upon the babble apple. Magma that floats in molten glass and plastic tabernacles. Scattering roaches, bats and squealing running rats. Ducking locusts approaching below the darkened sky. The harlot cry, gargling ocean, a swarm of flies through the London sky. The coming rushing tide, shine the lust of a blister. Clusters flush a rusted pride. Gushing eyes and rising dust, flood arriving just in time for the lights to hike the channel of the mice to wonder why. For all the neon and X-mesh trees, disease and the freon and next best things. To all the kings and the peons and excess fiends, just better check what y'all be on and expect these. For all the neon and X-mesh trees, diseases and the freon and next best things. To all the kings and the peons and excess fiends, just better check what you be on and expect these. Rubber ducks, who can stand before Christ, the plague of lights upon Paris. Kerosene rain, lightning, ignite that wind she inherits. The flare, the decadence she wears, since the hair of the ferret. Her marriage and ash, double-edged flaming sword who compare it. But save the war with a plague of flaming pours upon Rome. Quaking crust, the touch of lust, that way the spores of her poke. Her royalty choked with smoke, and the sword she emotes. Her blasphemy wrapped in Latin speak turmoil she broke. A do-si-do upon Tokyo, strings in Beijing. For all the carnivals in Brazil and the places we sing. The Barbie dolls, Mardi Gras, and Lottie shaking for beads. But daddy's little heathen freaking Cancun breaking for spring. Who can stand before the spirit smiling, hear it in silence? So pray to see the second coming daily. And this asylum ain't a thing to be afraid of. Ask the blessed few that'll find them and hear them scream in peace. While the flaming sword to defy them. For all the neon and X-mesh trees and diseases and all the freon and X-best things. All the kings and the peons and excess fiends. Just better check what y'all be on. I expect these rubber duckies. For all the neon and X-mesh trees, diseases and the freon and X-best things. To all the kings and the peons and excess fiends. Just better check what y'all be on and expect these rubber ducks.
What's your song?
If you feel you are not properly sedated, call 348-844 immediately. Failure to do so may result in prosecution for criminal drug evasion.
She figures this forming of morning, this morning of haunting is hopeless and copes with the storming of ugly with born again vultures. Prolonging the dishonor, she's longing to sing is ringing the stinging of warning of opiates only gives hope. She gets over this holiest mountain of focus, but out of it, down a bit lower. The loneliness fits like the rope she grips so closely it hinges. She's only a cold and rejected, perfected alone. We can see it coexist. The oubliette name if it do regret. Who forgets how we fuck up? Don't deserve it. Purpose, no secret. She seeks it and flirts with it. Percocet weakness and weekends of nervous sweats. Wrenching her guts in her mind, obstructing her mind, clutching the wrongs, but the drugs on the climb. Wish for the sun doesn't shine. Flickering candles, the annals of time. A flickering fickle, mechanical, analog blind, analog blind, and analog blind. This morning, this hopeless close with the story of one reporting and holds the loneliness. Only she only the same. He's bringing the stinging of warning of opiates. Only it's hope she gets over this opiate's mountain. Focus puts out of it, down a bit lower. The loneliness feels like the rope she grits closely. Hopefully, she's only a cold and rejected, perfected. Alone we can see it. Coexistence against who we get. Name a bit, no regret. Not forget how we fuck up. Don't deserve it. The purpose, no secret. The flirt for the purpose of the purpose that weakness. Weakens and nervous set. Stretching the guns to the mind. Obstructing the mind. Clutching the rope with the drugs on the climb. Whisper the sun to shine. Flickering candles, the annals of time. Bickering, fickle, mechanical, analog blind. And bickering, fickle, mechanical, analog blind. Mechanical, animal, blind. Mechanical, blind. Pick up and fickle, the sun doesn't shine. Pick up and fickle, the drugs on the climb. Pick up and fickle, mechanical, blind. Mechanical, blind. Mechanical, blind. Pick up and fickle, mechanical, blind. The drugs on the climb, the sun doesn't shine. Candle flicker in the annals of time. Mechanical, blind. Easy to the favorite corner. To the favorite corner, figuring on her fingers and toes. How she figures she knows what everybody else is thinking, only she knows. Besides. Some others whispered it to sisters, other fathers bothered to holler it. Still they kept building out of fear of the mere feeling of accomplishment. Blow, hollow blocking spins without a chance to dance around the wind. Past flash to present heaven laugh. Rap spit the ground to pitch, pinned it down, sound with mounds of bricks. Splitting crowns, tower tip, power trip, singe. With it ripped to twisted flower sprigs. Sprouted proud out of the tips of dollar fist bricks and tinted collars. All the hours miss bickering knowledge and a glimpse of mystic power. Crowded mission revisioned it. Some cynics coined it groundwork. Downward she slid, spinning an image of innocence. Whimper-wind splitter, she grimaces, diminishing. Limitlessness is still ain't convinced gravity. Bitter in half speech. A mission to trick of it all and twisted the synonyms. Most of the children of the fallen builders still calling it coincidence.
So they're filling up the cauldrons till it's spilling on your insolence. Quick stall, get a glimpse of it all. Since it's up close and intimate, instantly occurs and rinses cuts from its words to the utmost superfluous. Uh-oh, pinched the nerve a bit, came and hit the earth's surface, gave it a nervous twitch, y'all. Don't trip and slip into the pitfalls. This shit's a brick wall. It'll hit you with all it's got till that big ball drops. So watch out for falling rocks, call the cops. But all the locks in the world aren't gonna save you when the arms of Armageddon knocking at your front door. Who came to warn you once more? Cause the holy war's begun in case some of y'all were unsure. Try to run for your life, buy a gun or a knife. Slice the sun or shoot the breeze if you want for a price. If it's right, shit gets strife. But there's more than just this mortal strife. Discord spliced with euphoria according to life's story.
Baby singing Jericho, Bible, Dawood, Shah, Goliath. Who is like the beast?
You fight the beast,
Just like the beast. This is what I see. Something in the tower, coward demons built to hide it.
kill to climb it.
Despite the king,
Like the king,
we're like the streets of violent. Baby singing Jericho, Bible, Dawood, Shah, Goliath. Who is like the beast?
you fight the beast,
Just like the beast. This is what I see. Something in the tower, coward demons built to hide it.
kill to climb it.
Despite the king,
Like the king,
like the streets of violent. So loudest yelled and screamed. I felt the heat of seeded fruits of flavor. The smell of burnt breathing, leaving life that turned stranger in the neighbor. The pain of seeing it. Deep demon stain, brief blinker, shrink your brain up, thinking broken upon the knees. There's no way it's me, this ain't us. Give it a name, plain Babel Bang. Good riddance, may the rains come. Blew the trial right out the hand, made it planted in the snake that it came from. Fang rungs clung, hanging drapes, a snake slough. Humming grape crushing, I'm in running place. Taste the haze, rust in vain, his name is dust. Just blaming hate for cake crumbs, sung in a blaze of flake flames, quaking rust. Spray rain stuck like clay ducts, makes its way up fumes, climbing gloom. View the gray sun, play the safe mushroom, chiming boom. Dude paid, its days done. Still ain't break us, just a brief change for once. When some felt it, we made haste to bake more bricks, fatter just no matter how they tell it.
So quell it, all the flowers fell victim to the powerful spell. Showers of shells struck, devouring hell's towers till the last day. But see now the taste is kinda sour patch. Match the pace and catch a case of rapture in an hourglass. But how'd it last so long? Allowed to blast those bombs and never look back like, was that so wrong? Now the fat ladies playing slow songs for crack babies. It's ridiculous, should've predicted it way back in the 80s. But it goes on, we've been running from it so long, till it smacks into the pavement and makes graves out of our front lawn. Come on, I know that shit I'm on is pretty scary, but I swear to tell these kids the truth with 2 hands on a dictionary. This isn't a fictional fairy tale, so just remember, history books are written and endorsed by the biggest military
Baby
force.
singing Jericho, Bible, Dawood, Shah, Goliath. Who is like the beast?
You fight the beast,
Just like the beast. This is what I see. Something in tower, the coward demons built to hide it.
kill to climb it.
Despite the king,
Like the king,
we're like the streets of violent. Baby singing Jericho, Bible, Dawood, Shah, Goliath. Who is like the beast?
you fight the beast,
honest and counting. Started with a speck of dust, a broken neck, time shouting, weighing heavy on the wings. And that span, man, forgot what once was love. A window in a painting of an infinite reflection that's ever the best of us. See through you, my eyes, dreams do come true. Blanketed in blue, the fall, the apocalypse, a great plotted coffin made just for you. I hear nothing, silent as I imagine heaven would sound. Break bread, crumble the disgruntling, like a red fire. My own man made this, play dead, pray beneath this bed. Our own hands mold clay and destroy your space with futures ancients. What do you say when you're safe and okay? No need but free with no one to obey, like it's actually today. Life stacked on debt to pay, past the point of rage. It's happiness and what's deserved on one knee to give thanks. Leaning on one shaky leg, praying for rain. Can't breathe, but that's death I do accept. It's saviors unarmed vets, unmanned, wept, suffering land and rubber, the numbers reset. Mother and father cut the prints off the dam, clutching my tongue and touch my cross to my heart. For the losses we endured, the years of purpose living put off. I stood with the loss for words, word like bar, fought the herd, caught the curse, served like salt preserve, and followed the Galilean, rally round the fallen and gather the ground, the truth, hand in hand singing, live forward, built strong from the root, and forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. Problem solved, we as honorable men stand here as living proof.
Baby singing Jericho Bible, Daoud shock Goliath, who is like the beast,
You fight the beast,
just like the beast. Cause what I see is a leaning tower, the coward demons built to hide it,
killed to climb it,
despite the king,
like the king.
when lightning streaks and violent. Baby singing Jericho Bible, Daoud shock Goliath, who is like the beast,
You fight the beast,
just like the beast. Cause what I see is a leaning tower, the coward demons built to hide it,
killed to climb it,
despite the king,
like the king.
when lightning streaks and violent.
Yeah, what else is new? So something else is wrong with someone else, what else is new? To tell the truth, we knew it all along. I in the south and you with hidden planks and deeping in with eyes out. Snickers, splinters, fine mouth, the whisper hiss, the slither, ripple, snot, snout. Sliding down the wine and riding your faults. Went off deposited salt and awesome line of naught, provided you're wrong. When all that I did hide it inside of me, lost within the pride of me. Finally blamed it, aimed at other, your blunder made a god of me. Judger of our brothers, another king amongst commodities. Monopolies on properly being. Agreed hypocrisy, forgot to see his father peeking. Sinking out a key. Sinking down the stream or leading out the sea. Thinking about the we without the me. Lost in the waterfall deep. Bring a song with all the calling, we can call it I'm clean. When all in all I'm chalk with flaws. Lost in all that I bring. It all is falling, I'm the heart of fault. And all that I've been. When something else is wrong with someone else, what else is new? To tell the truth, we knew it all along. I in the self and you. I in the self and you. So many greedy, beady, self-appointed, pointed eyes. Sorta nice to see these CD weekly, shrinkling, deeply mortified. Finding swords the easy sport, apply the minds for disassembling. Lessons through that index finger, and hence it's never me. A weak defense, I guess, but it works. A certain tendency, serpent gently squeezes your brain. All it needs is his name. The fangs to readers, free the fingers to aim. Who falls ashore to score before the mornings reap what you blame. I see what you've done, I seen what you do. Imperfect man, a stupid animal. A handful is mechanical, soon the camera close soon. Who can answer though the cancer soaks through? Few approaches, blue the roses, open stance is so true. Few were chosen, dude, I voted, notice the focus on you. When few were chosen, dude, I voted, see the focus on you. When something else is wrong with someone else, what else is new? To tell the truth, he knew it all along, I in the self and you. Seen the pride in everything when you flawed. Lost in my pride for too long, stuck in my eye for too long. Something else is wrong with someone else, what else is new? To tell the truth, he knew it all along, I in the self and you. When all in all and you flawed, log in my eye for too long, lost in my pride for too long. ghetto in this incredible maze. We blaze the pace of great cellos played. The mellow is bass and the tone is zoning off, lost in the gloss of the yellowish flame. Saints and felons sit. Kids flip the metal with paint amidst the tainted hellos and fellows with cells jaded and safest with his headphones left in its indelible shell. Sweltered storm starts to break. The gray melting away, nods his head towards an elder. Faded faces and pains to pray and thanks out for the shelter. Paints his fades from his face. It's amazing to his fate to embrace the grace of the day. Shave the weight of form and hate. And shorty's hanging his crate. Replace the swarming lactic four with the patience of saints. Await the waking morning glory breaking, raising his weight, making his way the same train. But he gon' make it today, and he might wake up okay unscathed. The smell of roses, stretch and yawn for the dawn runs with all that would oppose it. Beholding it, slighting its life in the hopes the focus soaks in, and a token for the saving grace the most gives. He witnessed stints where the showers flip the hours to months, and bits for years upon the fringe of clearer clouds in his clutch. No silver lining in his grip without the power of touch. Missed amidst the dirt and shit from which the flowers just sprung. It's funny how it does that at times. Reminds of Mars is to love our duty through these gritty cityscapes, and how it just stuck under the thunder. Weather changes, those who drowned in a rush. Round and round she spins it out. Power found in the sun. The change frame, the same train clanging, howling above. The sun shunned the knowledge when it rain came. Some hours it floods and rusted down the dirt and powder, but it's powerful cause clouds clear to steer the light like browsers out of the mud. Round and round she spins, sits down and down these same stinks it out without an inch, without a glimpse, and hits him hard as ice. And artificial life melting out, sinking down around the brink of thinking about the changing man, the man about the changing me. And he might wake up okay unscathed to smell his roses, stretching yawn for the dawn once with all that would oppose it. Beholding it, slighting its life, and the hope is the focus soaks in, and a token for the saving grace the most gives. Like the tower to the sky with man's pride that had us lost in ourselves. Cause ain't no power to the eye with the clouds in our minds. It ain't the how, it's why I'm locked in his hell. I built this shit with my hands out of sand and Brillo pads, sit and wish for helter skelter to end. He said be wise when you ride, and close his eyes and just smiled and get high with a little help from my friends. I felt tense when I heard it, like you could sense I was working. Started hurting like a sweat on my brain. Man, I ain't asked for the script, I just mastered the shit. Then some little shorty stepped on the train. It wasn't stressing, just playing, though they was wet for the rain. But what he said was letting sand on my mind. I lost my pops to these rocks and got a mom on the block, and I'll be damned if that's the spot that she dies. But gotta climb these rocks to the sky so I can watch when God cries. You think he cried, but we been starving, Pop's gone. He answered not a reply, his arms flopped to the side. A little piece of something dropped from his palm. His change clanged to the floor, the shorties blinking no more, just standing like they could sense shit was wrong. My eyes locked with a child as I rocked to the aisle. I reached the people, was a flick in his palm. I could've died where I sat and spat, you ride that cat. You ain't nobody, but he wouldn't respond. A black and white in my crib, a Christmas tree in the back. Ain't nobody standing there with my mom. rabid cats and dogs, gnawing, clawing, scratching, falling too fast to catch them all and all are balling. All the gaseous fog forming, blasting foghorn warning. Morning meets the swarm before the captain saw it all upon him. Recorded captain log, taught to craft the boards, bordered by disordered oars. Short and roars, splashing, crashing waves, blackish gray, this ain't his grave. Anchor wave the shore, fragile clay, your braces form. Agile wave is grace the storm. His anger aggravates the stranger, danger grabs him at the waist stronger. The harder he hates, this ought to be watery grave, just waits longer. And all that she takes is all release, his palms reach the calmer. Soft beach, breathing flotsam, lost screens beneath the water. The brainstorm poured him overboard, then he swore at that fate just made more torrent form, and fortune ward his faith. The rain pouring was the warning flash, clashing wrath the black waves. Sure he saw the shore through the storm, but didn't make it halfway. The lightning flashed the mass, ash and cinder whizzing rapid splinters in the winter tips of icy graves. A likely grave, she whispers. He shivers at the frightening face of Mother Thunder summoned hither. Come to get a best of death and shriek, weak in the tweak and dumb and whimper. Another flash of bolt to glitter, different side, the same inner. Reminds him pride don't float, quote, a sore sight for eyes of swimmers, an itch inside. For every hint of pride, another inch to swim up. Heard the thunder just once beneath the purple surface, his tips touch. An influx of Russian hits, thin lungs brushed against the chunking ship of pride chip that didn't split much. This time he felt the thunder rumble and chuckle blow, but now you feeling me? Pride tastes like salt water but can't talk, all humidity. Who willingly changes, saves himself, ain't the they that they's for. Saving grace through pouring rain, came vain to tame the brainstorm. Warned again and again and again, and ain't the they that blames for. It's made for me, myself, and I, so blinding rays can break forth. We made war upon the sky, why? I ain't surprised the stage warp. Enter the center, I am pride that my minds can pay for. Crashing waves, clapping, laughing at the late great captain. Hate vain, gagging, gasping, grasping at the rain to catch it. Had it, couldn't hold it if he had it clasped with that attitude fast and squeezed the soap too tight and mad. Had to imagine that it happened and added to his actions. Captain loved his life but lost it mainly for fighting against those waves that could have brought him into safety. The brainstorm poured him overboard, then he swore at that faith. Made more torment form and fortune ward his faith. The rain pouring was the warning flash, clashing wrath the black waves. Sure he saw the shore through the storm but didn't make it halfway. When the brainstorms poured him overboard and he swore at that fate, it just made more torment form and fortune ward his faith. The rain pouring was the warning flash and clashing wrath the black waves. Sure he saw the shore through the storm but didn't make it halfway. Another man to stand up. I never been a fan of the Phantom's opera. The mannequins dancing with the anacondas, rocking to the trance of the shock from chakra. Clocks spin the same way they painted it aqua. No coincidence to show the myth, the offer. Frozen in the grips of his nimble little fingers, swinging ripples in the middle of the air. It's crop dust. A sentimental glare to stop us. The element of fear with incredible stock cuts. No heavy metal here, just an edible rock cuts. An audible pop us. They ought to go mock us. Ox bus running, talking, touching a hot bud. Turn into the furnace with the surface of side clumps. Heard it with shotguns and burning the god crumbs. Yearning for top crumbs, we're burning the sea salt. First we heard it, then we learned how to murder it right. Who's gonna sing me your song? I better ring your alarm. I better leave me your poem. I call the tourniquet tight and turn the bird in free fall with a circuit in flight. Serpentine strike might certainly lighten your load. Purple green glow, where should we go? Earth can be cold, eternally snow. Supposed to vermin learn the burden. Certain sections are known discerning, meant for learning lessons. Perverted best guesses to determining less thans. Well, yes, then as earthlings were most certainly cursed, that she curses at the dead end. Suppose she had free range to rearrange the questions, to dress them to reflect the sexton. Yes, I guess we have a quest then. Hence direction, immense deception is sent with a message of request and quest then. Present the quest then, present the quest then. form standing, one warp shadow saluting. Grabs to handle the stand, storm pouring through his eyes, pursuing his mind from what he's doing. Putrid sky, my human he muses, lashes loose, magma gashed and bruises. The answer slashes through him, rust hands spewing loose in quicksand. Sees a man in the sand dune, a looming question. Can it be the man with his message and never been a quest that's been pestering head? Is it better if he never ever gets it? What if it's a truth but refuses to accept it, chooses to reject it? Goofy, losing his direction, woozy, doing intersections, pulling through the raw breeze, shuffle through the glue steam fume just to view it for a second. Man, he gotta get at least a peek, then he's sure to get a little peace. Rest when he sleeps to the lack the four, cause the fact of the matter, piranha swarm his sleep. Wanna cease of the shrieks, it's release he seeks, his relief, belief on the brink of falling. Needs a drink of water, call it in a week. Believe, receive the order, 40 feet, he saw him 30 feet, 20, sun beat 3 before he saw him. Stump reached the creek and eating arm, crawling near the jaw, knees weak and the falling, sinking nauseous, stick of brine, swine to pick his island, speaking tweak to commas, not on his stop, a bit the wander yonder, rotted eyes like if he had a tongue, he laughed, expend his last action to flip me off and get me off the path, mind the hike just to spite him and leave him spiked in to be like him, life like he remembers, except for no direction, as the death sender renders best guesses, and less sun just gestures westward, head hurts, scabby tongue hum under perching vultures, road to run, swollen gums, in the shadow circle like clock sands, and the earth starts to swarm around like it's fish, not sand. What is this rip wrist deep in the motor locust stranded? Behold another man standing center, breaststrokes to what he's holding, shimmers golden in the bitter sun. It's glitter for the hopeless. When he saw close enough, he must have started choking. Any noise he would've uttered would've utterly broke him. Funny, for the first time in his desert, he was cold and frozen. Before he noticed, he felt his mouth start to motion, then had his swollen, croaking throat stolen by the time glass he showed him. Sand rapidly flowing to the top, actually floating. Empty chamber, half empty chamber, last overflowing. Said he could show him to the path, must have shown where the road went. Told him the trick to floating through the locusts is in the wrist. Keep your hope open like your hands stranded, only ball in your fist. Appalling thought for one to water and he's off with a wish. Thought through the locusts of a broken salt, gnawing his wits. Marshmallow vista in the paw at a glimpse, then off in the mist he gets a glint from the fog. Weak, no longer trust his eyes. Think he must admit he's been wrong. Grit rips at his knees and highs. He crawls, each thought spent for breathing. Even distant, shrinking in between each claw. Then he saw a hand reaching long with a sheet in his palm. Couldn't grab it if he had to, the heat was too strong. Peak neatly fluid, perfectly viewed, not thinking too long. Said I got a message unless it's a drink that you want. Down the seconds left, sweat and death blinked and met the head and neck getting set for sleep. Gets to reading along. Hit him like a riddle in the middle of a fist fight, right? Like he put a nickel down a 9-volt. Mine shows an image of a chicken climbing back inside an egg and spirals. A picture of an infant slipping on a tightrope, give it a cycle. Is it that the instant that he listened to the message he was spinning in the records of light bulbs? Knowing he was destined for the quest of the high road. He shook a beat, weak, please look at these people. Appalled that the woulda, coulda, shoulda took a drink. Appalled that the woulda, coulda, took a drink. Coulda, took a drink. Coulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, coulda, took a drink. Coulda, shoulda, took a drink. Coulda, shoulda, took a drink. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, took a drink. Coulda, shoulda, 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 shoulda drink. Coulda, shoulda, shoulda drink. Coulda, shoulda, shoulda drink. Coulda, shoulda, took a drink. Woulda, coulda, shoulda took a drink. I seen a sleek ride piece, a Japanese baby shadows blasted black back against the foundation of half cracked knees. How could the artist catch the perfect and exact beauty of the little faces? 10,000 stacked feet. Cynical laugh, must have had mad reach. Flash freeze frame, made efforts, remember to paint the faded jump rope, frozen half fleet. Man's canvas masterpiece, banana ants and apathy. Handstands to slash, stick apple on his last patch of green. Fat squeeze, the master painters heard the ground cry out black streaks. Deep ash piles of salmon pink and sweet corn yellow. Rusty red dragon stabbed across my sky so subtle. Greasy cobalt streaks from black squares, puddles of pear bubbles. Puncture holes double as burgundy moons over dim plum meadows. Mint stamped oasis and great acreage of charcoal statistics. Scraping scarlet cross mustard crust, maroon and hunter critics. Purple mistress circles of tin spin under burnt umber crimson. Instances of living under vivid lemon wings with quick orange flickers flash. Rip the canvas in his mouth and his
cause grin full of slivers. To join the outer phoenix with the inner scenic. Initial with white warm splinters scenic. He sang so carpenter. I can paint ivy fences with red hands and hammers. The left stumbles like the right dances. His full ring of keys answers. Be the hardest tinkling C, sharpest stinging B. Carpal tunnel visions. Listen with heart and soul. Then soul can pump beat literally. Heart can spot mind. Mind can rock earth. The stuck prey alarms the spider in a dark cave. Soft purr. The faucet spring a leak on the spoon and greasy saucering. The father sing this autumn breeze. Strangle this queen that knows the thoughts he thinks. Constant pacing back and forth, crawling this long hall of keys. The song is out of reach now, down stretched palms to maul the beast. He called his sleep out, twisting sheets, spotted monstrous Mrs. Starving Queen, darling clouded dream catcher, chattering, snarling teeth. Right back at him, call it holy matrimony. Fire axe and sharp seas, laughing, foaming at the soul, swollen, charred reach, arm lock, arch back, scar deep, rippling water, tapping feet on beat, rhythm dwindling softly sleep.